For the Beaver Radio Network, I'm BJ Walters. Beaver men's basketball opens play in the NSIC Sanford Health Tournament Wednesday evening at Augustana. We're joined by senior forward Shane White. Shane, a postseason game against the defending national champs. You couldn't really ask for more than this, could you?
They're not the same team they were last year as far as that national defending champs thing, but they're a very good team, a very tough team to beat, and it's going to be a tough one on the road.
You played them 3 weeks ago. For 28 minutes, you played right with them. Some would probably say you outplayed them. What lessons can you take from that game into this one?
I think, we hung around. It was like 10 minutes left. We were tied up. But we were relying a lot in that game on fast break and transition baskets. And those baskets don't come around as easily in the postseason as they do in the regular season. So we've got to be more prepared for some of the stuff they throw at you. They run a different defense than really anyone else in our conference in their icing schemes and the way they deal with ball screens. So we've got to be better prepared to handle their half-court defense than we were last time.
You mentioned a change in the postseason. What's the biggest adjustment from the regular season to a playoff game where it's win or go home?
Teams aren't as likely to take a night off in the playoffs. Not that good teams are going to in the regular season, but if guys aren't locked in and focused for playoffs, guys will be locked in and focused, I guess I should say, for playoffs. So that's where stuff like the fast break points, those are gone. And also by the postseason, you figured out your offense. You've for the most part fixed a lot of your issues. So you're not having the sloppy mistakes that lead to transition and things like that in the postseason.
They've got a lot of postseason experience, especially guys like Jordan Spencer. You're a team that's got a lot of freshmen that come from high schools that were very successful, won championships. It may not be the same kind of experience, but how can that carry over to a playoff game in the college level?
Well, I think it translates in that you just remember that no matter how big a game is, it's still basketball, and once the ball's tipped, it's basketball again. And sure, games are maybe of more significance, but if you've played basketball for I don't know, all of us have played for 8 years or so of our lives at least. You've learned that lesson, I would say, by now, and I'm not too worried about Augustana having more playoff experience than us. I don't think that'll be an issue.
What would it mean to you and Ben as seniors to get this team to the Pentagon for the main tournament? You had a great shot at it as freshmen. Wayne State pulled a big upset. What would it mean to you guys to continue on into the proper part of the tournament?
It would be huge. That was my goal, I guess, that I set at the start of the year. I wasn't sure what kind of team we were going to have. There was a lot of turnover and stuff, but I said, man, if we can get to Sioux Falls, I will consider this year a success. That's something that I've wanted to do and haven't been able to. Yeah, we got robbed 1 year and haven't been able to do it. So that would be huge to be able to go to Sioux Falls, and it would be a ton of fun.
For you personally, how has this year been different than your previous three?
Well, I think I've talked to you somewhat about it, just having the end get closer, and it's just different. There's no way to really describe it unless you've been through it, I think. Just so many years and so many hours of playing this sport, and realizing that in a month or so I'll be just a guy who doesn't have basketball to play anymore, just a normal person. And then it's just different having such a huge part of your life, realizing that it's about to end. It's hard to explain unless you've been through it, I think.
Well, Shane, good luck Wednesday night, and good luck the rest of the NSIC tournament.
Thank you, BJ.